What I want to do today is to try to answer this question. Do test takers need to have enough time to attempt every question in the test for the test to be valid? And here I'm talking about level tests or placement tests, and specifically the dynamic placement test, which I was involved in designing. So my answer to that question is going to be no. Students do not have to attempt every question in the test for the test to be valid. Let me explain why. So the first point is that for all sorts of reasons, a test needs a time limit. Now, we've researched this pretty thoroughly, and the conclusion is that students and teachers can accept a 30-minute level test, but in general they won't accept anything longer. So given that, the next logical question is whether it's possible to determine someone's level with a reasonable degree of accuracy within 30 minutes. And the answer is that yes, it is. We have the data to show that. Now, the issue that worries people is that surely the more questions you answer, the more points you get. And the more points you get, the higher your score. So if you can't finish, you can't do yourself justice, and that invalidates the results. But this test doesn't work like that. It's not simply a collection of multiple choice grammar and vocabulary questions that get harder and harder as you go along. And it's not the case that the more questions you answer, the more points you get. This is how it works. So the first 10 minutes, approximately, are all about placing you in the correct track. So this means finding out whether you're an A, a B, or a C in the CEFR scale. So A means basic user, B means independent user, and C means proficient user. So once we've established that, the next 20 minutes is about fine-tuning. So if you're in the A track, for example, it will work out whether you're an A1 or an A2. So it does this by giving you questions or tasks as an A1 level and questions or tasks as an A2 level. Now remember, there are 20 minutes of these questions. You don't have to finish them all for it to be pretty clear what level you're at. Okay, so this is an overview, and it's a little bit more complex than I've described. For example, there are mechanisms for moving you from one track to another. But I hope it's been enough to show you that it's not necessary to finish all the questions in the test to accurately establish your level of English.